Every cold case has a moment when it quiets. The phone stops ringing, leads dry up, files are archived, and then, sometimes years later, something changes. Not loudly, not all at once, just enough to remind everyone that silence does not mean absence. For investigators in Greyridge, Episode 7 begins not with a discovery, but with a return. The unexpected movement started with data, a routine audit of old tips, digitized years earlier but never fully cross-referenced, revealed a pattern no one had noticed before. 3 anonymous calls. 4 emails. 1 handwritten letter, all spaced years apart, all referencing details that had never been released publicly. None made threats. None asked for attention. They asked questions. Specific ones. Did you ever check the east path? Did you count the steps correctly? Are you sure you found them all? At the time, each had been dismissed as coincidence or cruelty. Together, they formed something else. Presence. The return theory expands. Behavioral analysts revisited the 15th circle in light of this new pattern. The conclusion was unsettling. The offender wasn't simply revisiting locations. He was revisiting the investigation, tracking progress, correcting assumptions, testing awareness. This wasn't taunting in the traditional sense. It was monitoring. The offender doesn't want chaos, one profiler explained. He wants control over the narrative, and control requires proximity. A face in the crowd. As the theory of a living offender gained traction, investigators began re-examining witness footage from years earlier. Community events, vigils, town hall meetings. They weren't looking for suspicious behavior. They were looking for familiarity. Someone who appeared consistently but never memorably. A man stood out, not because he did anything wrong, because he did nothing at all. He attended 3 vigils, appeared in background footage at 2 town meetings, never spoke, never interacted, always alone. His face appeared in multiple angles, but never clearly enough for identification. A ghost in plain sight. The second location. The break came quietly. A park ranger from a neighboring county called in a report. Clearing. An unusual pattern in the soil. Not a circle. Partial arc. 7 stones. Arranged deliberately but unfinished. The spacing matched the same walking time pattern. 15 minutes. The implication was immediate. The 15th circle had not been the end. It had been the pause. Escalation without violence. What made the discovery especially disturbing was what wasn't found. No remains. No personal items. No evidence of harm. This was not escalation through violence. It was escalation through symbolism. The offender was re-engaging, not with victims but with memory. A reminder that he could still shape the story without repeating the crime. For investigators, this represented a shift. They were no longer chasing the past. They were being observed in the present. The families here again. Once more, families were contacted. This time, the message was careful. No speculation, no promises, just facts. There was new activity. It appeared connected. There was no immediate danger. But for many families, the impact was immediate. Some asked to see the site. Others refused to discuss it. One parent said, "If he's coming back, then we were never done." The weight of unfinished grief returned. The question of intent. Why return now? That became the central question of Episode 7. Analysts proposed 3 possibilities. The offender felt forgotten. The offender believed investigators were close. The offender wanted to shift the ending. All 3 required one thing: awareness. The killer wasn't hiding from the spotlight. He was adjusting to it. The face re-examined. Enhanced footage from earlier years revealed something new. The man at the vigils wore the same jacket in footage spanning nearly a decade. The same posture, the same stance, always near exits, always watching the crowd, not the memorials. Still no name, still no confirmation, but no longer invisible. The final realization. By the end of the episode, investigators reached a consensus that changed everything. The killer was not waiting to be caught. He was waiting to be understood. The 15th circle was never a conclusion. It was an invitation, and episode 7 marks the moment investigators decide whether to accept it or disrupt the story entirely. What comes next? The second site remains under investigation. The man remains unidentified, and the case, once thought dormant, has begun to move again. Slowly, deliberately, just like the one who started it. Episode 8, The Observer, coming next.